What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in with me here today on the Move OTX channel. Welcome to summer 2021 and the hottest day of the year so far here today, guys, in the Bay Area. So I apologize for the wind noise. It's going to be a struggle here, but we'll do the best we can. And we're doing something different here today, guys, a little different. So I'm going to take you guys here on a hike and lunch cookout. Okay, something we haven't done much on my channel. Got a pack full of good food, and I packed along my backpacking stove and my backpacking rig. And we're going to go do that here today, alright? So, thanks for joining me here. I've taken you guys on these trails before. I don't imagine us doing a whole lot of trail chat and trail video along the way because we've done this one already, but nonetheless, we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that today. So, some of y'all might be asking, why are you hiking out in the middle of the afternoon on the hottest day of the year? And the answer to that is because it really doesn't get that hot here. So, I mean, the entire western half of the United States is undergoing a massive heat wave everywhere from Arizona up into Montana and the entire western half of the United States. So here in this part of the Bay Area, I mean, 90 Fahrenheit is roasting and scorching. So as you can tell, the wind is pretty fierce, and that really helps keeps the temperatures down. We get a very steady ocean breeze coming off the bay, and it's like natural air conditioning here. So parts of the Bay Area inland that way towards Walnut Creek and Livermore, and those places can scorch 105, 110 pretty easily during a heat wave. Here, maybe mid 80s, you know, upper 80s like today, and no humidity whatsoever, bone dry. And that's why I live here. It gives me the freedom to do stuff like this with y'all here today. So that's the direction we're going. So under those trees over there, there's some eucalyptus out that way and a ranger station out that way. They have some really nice shaded picnic tables and park benches and stuff, and that is where we're going. So we're coming up here on the visitor center. And we're going to make our way across over to the duck pond area. Across the street here, as you can see, we're not too far off the beaten path. A lot of people out here all the time. Our destination is right on the other side over the pond, over there, past those palm trees. Gonna watch some airplanes take off from the local municipal airport and bird watch a bit. Hopefully it's not too windy, we'll see. Can't remember if I've taken you guys on this little part of the trail before. I thought I did. I can't remember now. So we're coming up on the back side of the airport. I have taken you guys on that hike before, once or twice. But this is something new here. Pretty sure. One thing I'm a little concerned about right away is if it's too windy, it might be difficult to cook out here. We'll see. I don't have anything to break the wind, set up a wind barrier around my stove, so we'll see. We'll play things by ear, right? So this picnic table here is my backup plan. There's another one right on the other side over here that's a little more secluded, right up against some bushes and things, so hopefully I'll get some wind barrier from that. I should, I think. So all of California is a massive, gigantic tinder bundle. Everywhere in California is ready to ignite. Millions of dollars of damage, death and injury to both civilians as well as first responders. Just a horrible situation every summer. So I'm just enjoying the blue skies right now. And normally this is kind of filled out with water during high tide, but it's very low tide today. So this is not because of the drought, by the way. The arid and the dryness here is not because of the drought. This is just because of the ebb and flow of the tide. So I'm just out enjoying the blue skies. And I say that, and I mean that with every sense of every word. Dokie. Okay, here's our spot. It's not quite as shielded from wind as I was hoping, but I think we can make do. Alrighty everybody, so we've got the cooking started. We're sauteing some red onions in butter. Busted my other chopstick, threw it away. And I'm browning some sausages here, Adele's chicken sausages. And I'm going to cover it with my piece of foil, try and trap the heat in. We've got buns going here, roasting or warming in the sun. And ketchup and relish, and the onions are caramelizing nicely. Alright, we'll be eating soon. So I've got a few of these different camp stoves, backpacking stoves. This one here is my cheapest, and I like it for sauteing and simmering things because it's got a very wide flame profile. It doesn't concentrate a hot spot so much in the middle, and it's good for grilling dogs and grilling onions, and it's perfect for that. So it's also my cheapest stove. I think I got it on Amazon for like 10 bucks or so. I'll roll in some additional pictures of my my more expensive stoves. I got a Jetboil and a High-Tech branded stove that I use as well. But this one's kind of my favorite for, sauteing, simple things like this. That's what it's all about, guys. Big old sloppy hot dog, loaded with grilled onions, relish, mustard, and ketchup. Ooh yeah. Actually, these are Adele's chicken sausages. One of my favorites. One of my favorite camp foods of all time. So there's my stove. There's my non-stick pan. That pan and that little aluminum handle thingy, as hokey and as wonky as that looks, that's been a great rockin' setup for me. Alright, so we're just going to kick back here. We're going to enjoy our lunch. I was using rocks to weight down all my containers and plastic bags and stuff, keep things from blowing away. Got everything cleaned up reasonably well, and we're going to pack things down a bit, and we're going to hike around for a little while here, alright? Just a little bit. Too nice of a day to just finish eating and go home. Got to be out here to enjoy it, right? Alrighty, going to pack down my stove. And I really like this stove again. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but hey, it gets the job done. It packs down and compacts down so-so, but it's a big wide flat platform. It'll fit a large number of sizes of pots and pans, so forth and so on. And it was only 10 bucks on Amazon, and you saw it out here doing its thing. Probably pretty windy out here, so in less than ideal conditions. So one thing you want to do with these fuel cartridge canister stoves is when you get them home, you want to make sure this rim and this edge with the threads on it doesn't have any sharp edges around it. And usually what I'll do is I'll get like some 400 grit sandpaper and just kind of run it around the edge here to take off and knock off any burrs or any edges around that. Because what will happen is the O-ring gasket in there is kind of the weak point on a lot of these stoves, and if there's a sharp edge on that threaded portion, it may cut into and damage that gasket. So in fact, this one's looking kind of worn. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll get my chapstick and I'll put a little bead of chapstick around the perimeter there so it kind of greases out and lubes up that gasket in there so it doesn't wear out so bad. But this one's pretty old and getting pretty worn down. I need to go to Home Depot and buy a replacement gasket. But you saw it here today. It still works fine, no problem really. No huge rush for me to do that. Alrighty, so I took the base off the stove, got it packed down completely, and I'm going to pack it away. So basically this entire kit compacts down inside this blue case. So this case came with the stove when I bought it, and it's pretty good. Haven't really had any major complaints with it actually. And I even have room for my CRKT eating tool. And there are times where, yeah, for little meals like this, I'll, spreading ketchup and mustard and things like that, I'll use this all the time. So this wouldn't be this is obviously not my primary utensil, so, but it serves a purpose as well. Alrighty, so there's my entire stove kit. I even have room for a large size Bic lighter, as well as the canister base, the little tripod canister base. It tucks in nicely in there, as well as my CRKT eating tool. It tucks in nicely as well. And this whole thing just kind of zippers shut, and I compact it flat. Just like that. Okay, hey, for 10 bucks, not bad. Can't really complain. So the other thing I'm doing here today is I'm kind of field testing, really loading out my day pack here. So I got this for 15 bucks at Ross of all places. They had several. They had a desert camo as well as a black, and I got the olive one here, of course. I like olive green. It just blends into the environment very nicely. So this is a Highland Tactical utility sack, I guess, for lack of a better term. As you can see, I've got my binoculars on the MOLLE attachment, and it's good to go. So I haven't had too many problems with this. I carry a large 40-ounce water bottle with mustard all over it, and it serves me very, very well on these hot days. So that was our lunch spot over there, right in the shade, and we're going to head on over this way. This is the back of the ranger station outpost right here. Alrighty guys, thanks for joining me here today guys. We did just a little bit of a hike on in to this bird sanctuary area. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to post comments and questions down below, and I'll catch you guys later on the next one. Remember everybody, stay safe out there and enjoy the outdoors.